Well, this is one topic that I can't get enough of, and I hope you can't either. It's girls and self-esteem. Dr. Karyn Gordon is here to talk to us more about a conversation that we have all the time here on Cityline, yes. But it never goes away. We're going to start with some very interesting statistics.
Yes, so I love stats. Everybody knows I love stats. So global research, this is a little bit of scary stats. 6 out of 10 girls, 6 out of 10 girls do not like how they look. 6 out of 10. Okay, 6 out of 10. In Australia, girls say body image is one of their top 3 worries in their life. This one was, I think, the most shocking. In the US, 81% of 10-year-olds are afraid to get fat. 81%.
10 years old.
10-year-olds. So
you
this
should
is
be
like,
jumping rope and you know playing tag, not worried about your body mass index.
Yes. So this is a big issue. Okay. So for everybody who's a female who's got daughters, it can affect boys as well. We're going to focus a little bit more on the girls, but really understand the power of this topic. It's very, very big. It's a prevalent topic, and so tip number 1 is I want us to really understand with what actually it is, because we'll hear all these kind of like words and people say, Karyn, like what exactly is it? So there's self-esteem and there's body image, okay? So self-esteem is how we think about ourselves. It's the thoughts I have about myself, how that impacts how I feel, and how that impacts my behavior. Body image is different. Body image is how I think about my body. People call it body image, or you can call it body confidence. These are 2 separate things, but they are interconnected. So somebody can have high confidence and a low body image. Sometimes people have high body image and low confidence, but a lot of times if somebody has low self-esteem, they're definitely more at risk for issues around body image.
Totally makes sense.
Right? So they're separate, but they're highly interconnected.
Yes. The stats are scary, but sadly, they are unsurprising to me because, you know, even at 42 years old, most women will start talking or dissing their body within minutes of having a conversation with them. It is so the norm. It's so ingrained in our culture to feel bad about our bodies. And I know that's separate from self-esteem, but definitely there is some interconnection.
There's interconnection, and this is not just a girl thing. Okay, so part of the reason is like people are like, oh my goodness, those stats are scary, but it's also in terms of the impacts. The research also says that when girls don't have a healthy sense of confidence and also body image, they're less likely to take risks. They're less likely to participate in activities. There's even research around the correlation between this body confidence and self-esteem and reduction in academic performance. But it even impacts women. Okay, so listen to these stats. This is interesting. 17% of women will not go on a job interview because of how they look.
Oh, really?
17%. Check this one out. 8% of women will miss work if they don't like how they look. It's like, I'm not feeling so good. Calling in sick. Can you imagine? 8%. All employers are like, we've got to do something, right? Like, this is like a problem. We've got to fix this. So this is an issue that is really affecting not just only girls, but also for women. This is like, this is almost like a human thing. So tip number 2, I really want to emphasize that that this doesn't have to be, that there's hope here. There's hope. There is hope in this topic, and to really empower ourselves with some wonderful resources. And in 2004, Dove really took hold of this topic and said, you know, we need to do something. And their mission, which I love, I think this is so powerful, their mission is to really help inspire girls and women to have a healthy relationship with beauty and with their body. That we can have a toxic relationship or we can have a healthy relationship. And to really kind of focus on how can we really help people and empower ourselves to have a healthy relationship with actually beauty. So they've developed all these wonderful tools and resources for all of us to really to help us around developing this healthy relationship.
Because the biggest question we will get from parents is, okay, I don't want that to be my daughter or my son. How do I fix it? If you have resources that you can go onto or get your girls onto or go on together with your girl, there's sort of a guide to help you through it, and I think that's what a lot of us are looking for. So Kira and Grace are 2 girls that have used some of these resources. They're in the audience right now. Hi, girls. How have you found using the resources that Dove has online for you? Has it helped?
Yeah, definitely. For sure.
How has it helped?
Well, I did it. It wasn't online. It was an actual workshop that I went into, and with tons of other girls, and we pretty much wrote down what we liked and didn't like about ourselves, and kind of connected and talked about it. And I think it really helped me because you don't realize that self-esteem is not just you, right? All girls feel it. So when you're in a group, it really helps to connect and feel, you know, okay with yourself.
Yeah, I did the same thing, except it was more like media, kind of. It showed that, like, Photoshop, like, it shows how the media makes girls, like, what is shown to be perfect, but actually perfect should be like what you should think yourself should look like.
And what was really interesting about both Gracie and Kira's stories, they're both athletes, okay? Gymnast and swimmer.
Yeah.
And what was powerful about their experience with the resources is that they actually both did in groups. So they actually use the resources, all of which are online. So all of these resources are actually online. Anybody can actually access them. But they did actually in a group and really understanding, again, breaking down the norms. Because all of us, we think that this is just me.
Yeah.
Right? We think it's just me. It's like I'm the only one that actually experiences them. What was very powerful, I think, for them is that they were actually doing it in a group context. So they can actually kind of realize, like, wow, like this is really interesting. Like this isn't just my issue. Like other people are actually experiencing as well.
I like the focus on media literacy as well, because media literacy is something that all kids need to understand and know what's happening so that they can properly read what's going on out there and not internalize all of that. Quickly, when it comes to taking action,
so
there are lots of things you can do.
So you can go to selfesteem.dove.ca. That's the resource. This is for young girls, parents, teachers, and there's all kinds of wonderful resources on there that you can actually use. There's one just to kind of like tie it up. So that you've got Uniquely Me. Those are resources that so young girls can do it with their parents. You've got Mindful Me resources where you can actually do girls alone, and the other group of resources called Confident Me. That's what you can actually do in a group setting. So both of the resources that both girls, Kira and Grace, are talking about were resources that are part of the Confident Me. So if you're a parent, a teacher, a mentor, you can actually do it in a group context, again, empowering the girls around this knowledge. We do not have to be doing this alone.